What's up, guys? Hi, welcome back to another Feeling Studio. If you guys are wondering what I'm wearing, it's a neck strengthening exerciser, and this strengthens your neck and actually has a great percentage rate of reducing concussions. And it's also what a lot of racing drivers and motorsports athletes use to strengthen their necks. But man, Lady Gaga, I want to get into this video seriously. Before you guys complain about your 9 to 5, just understand the sacrifices that a lot of these celebrities had to do just to get to where they are.
Said to me, take your clothes off. And I said no. And I left. And they told me they were going to burn all my music. And they didn't stop. They didn't stop asking me, and then I just froze and I don't even remember. And I will not say his name. I understand this Me Too movement. I understand that some people feel really comfortable with this, and I do not. I do not ever want to face that person again. I brought a psychiatrist in. I said, bring me a real doctor. I said, why is there a psych here? I can't feel my body. First, I felt full-on pain. Then I went numb. And then I was sick for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks after. And I realized that it was the same pain that I felt when the person who raped me dropped me off pregnant on a corner. My parents' house. Because I was vomiting. And sick. Because I'd been being abused. I was locked away in a studio for months. And I dry my tears now. And I move on. You see, I open my eyes. I was taught to do this. You roll your shoulders back. You open your eyes. It helps you regulate. I know where I am. I'm in the basement of my office. And you can come back from things like that. But when it hits you really hard, it can change you. I had a total psychotic break. And for a couple years, I was not the same girl. Your body remembers. I couldn't feel anything. I disassociated. It's like your brain goes offline. Even if I have 6 brilliant months, all it takes is getting triggered once to feel bad.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, this is the show business. This is the entertainment industry. And this is also athletics as well. This is sports as well. Don't get it twisted just thinking, oh, this is just the singers or the actors or actresses. No, it's also the athletes. It's also the socialites. I'm not kidding. Listen, there are cons to everything in life. Your 9 to 5, yeah, your boss may treat you bad, or, maybe you screw up on one thing and you get, chewed out or yelled at and stuff like that, and you don't like it and stuff. Nobody likes that. But it's just, there's cons to everything in life. You have to choose your hard in life. And I know some people who are within the entertainment industry, and they have had to make that hard decision between that life-changing deal, life-changing. But guess what? They have to give their ass up. They have to sell their soul. They have to sell their dignity. And a lot of times this stuff is recorded. So that's how, in case of, if you say anything, I'm going to also throw you under the bus. It's basically blackmail. It's literally sexual sextortion blackmail. That's what's rampant throughout the entertainment industry. And this is why I tell people, choose your heart. Don't get it twisted, thinking, oh, these people got Ferraris and this and that. No, why do you think Justin Bieber has a drug problem? Why do you think Demi Lovato has a drug problem? Why do you think Amanda Bynes looks the way she looks? Why do you think these people look the way they look? It's because they gave up their card. They gave up their dignity card. And that's the harsh reality and lesson for today.
But when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Get punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
Man, I mean, you know, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Sorry.
No, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in and make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing, and have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit, because the man card means everything.